What up, everybody? It is your boy Jabbar back again with another video, and today I will be talking about Megan Thee Stallion's Fever. But first I want to say thank you to the 30 some odd subscribers. I think it's like 30, 33, something like that. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for commenting under the videos as well. Remember, I'm very responsive, so if you ever want to have a comment, you disagree, you agree, please let me know. Let me know what you think. Like, thumbs up these videos. Of course, watch. But today we will be talking about Megan Thee Stallion's Fever that came out about, it was like a week ago or so. It was like a week ago, something like that. But yeah, it came out a week ago. It was pretty highly anticipated. She had put out a trailer for like her video Reeler that just came out. I think it came out May 17th. And so, but that was also the teaser for the album as well. Megan Thee Stallion, she's a very interesting artist in the fact that like she's kind of bringing back like the raunchier, like dirty South type music with like a whole lot of bass, and of course she has the H-Town influence because she's from Houston. I find it interesting the conversations around her though, because people are sort of saying like she's the first woman of the South, and I'm just kind of like, wait, we've had other women of the South do this before? I mean, not do this on social media platforms before, but we have had other women of the South make major impacts and make great music. And so like when people are saying like, oh well, she's the first woman of the South, or first female rap artist from the South, and it's just kind of like we're gonna erase Trina, we're gonna erase like Kaya, and whether you like Kaya or not, like Kaya's My Neck My Back was kind of like, it was a big thing, at least for meme worthy. It was like before memes were a thing, it was very meme worthy and just very funny. Trina was doing this for a very long time. I was never really I didn't dislike Trina, but like I just never thought that she was like a top tier lyricist or anything like that. But like she was the female for a long time in the 2000s and early 2000s that you would go to for a feature. And then we're gonna figure about Diamond and like like even gonna figure like Nuck If You Buck and like the females on there, like, and Diamond and them, how they had like kind of the most influential verses on that song. Like girls go crazy when they hear those verses. Yeah, we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. Da, 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 da. So it's I don't know. So to act like so people are acting as if I've seen a lot of other reactions, but people are saying like, oh well, this is the first female rapper we've ever had from the South, and it's just like, either y'all have short-term memory loss, or y'all are not from here. And that's what I see. I think it's more the second of the two. Like a lot of these people like commenting on her music are not from the South. They don't know like a lot of Southern rap artists, or how Southern rap is supposed to go, or the genre, the subgenre, because you have subgenres of hip-hop and rap music, Southern music, and that is even divided into Miami and Houston. But there is a like sort of collective in Atlanta as well. But that is sort of, the South is sort of the collective genre that sort of is very big on sexual lyrics and raunchiness and being very raw. The big on bassy beats that like are, let's get crunk, Little John and all that stuff. So like when people are commenting talking about, oh, she talks about his sex, it's like, well, that's kind of the point of the genre in the first place. That it's supposed to be raunchy and sexual and overtly sexual, and like this is like booty shaking, nasty, freaky music. Like that's just the music. That's just the music that personally I grew up on. Even though we probably shouldn't have been listening to it, we probably shouldn't have been listening to it as kids. But like I grew up here. I'm in North Carolina right now, so it was like I grew up in the South, listening to all these people, and like they were some of my favorite artists. Chris, like you can't tell me nothing about Ludacris. Ludacris is one of my all-time favorite rap artists. But yeah, you can't tell me nothing. You can tell people nothing in the South about their rap style. So in terms, I see people saying that she's the first. I see one group of people saying like she's the first like female Southern hip hop artist, which is not true. Then I have other group of people saying like they don't like the music because it's just about sex and it's overtly sexual and it's like problematic and it's like that's kind of the whole point of the genre. That's kind of the whole point of the genre. Like, if you just don't like this music, I'm not saying if you don't like just like this music, because everybody can have critiques of the music, but you have to have critiques on the music based on the merit of the genre and what the genre is supposed to do. So, like, when I see people saying, like, she's too sexual, it's like, that's kind of the point of the songs. Like, I don't know what you expected from this, but, like, I expected, like, a raunchy... when I was anticipating a raunchy, like real Southern, big on bass and like just dirty South music. So like, you know, people like, I don't know, I don't get people. I would never like comment on death metal because I just don't know anything about rock and roll myself, and like even the subgenre of like death metal. Like I can't talk about its themes and its history and the people that are influential in it. So I would just never comment on it. You hating from outside the club, can't even get in. Like this ain't your club. Like this ain't your thing if you're commenting on it and you don't even know the history of this music. But that is a very long rant. Getting into the actual music of Meg Thee Stallion. This album gave me most of what I needed. This album is supposed to be like the turned up version because like she sees herself, from what I've read up on her and seen interviews of her, she sees herself in like two different dualities, like this like cold and hot. Because that's why she wears like the hair with the red and the white. And like her last album, because I've listened to, I was introduced to her through her last album, which was Tina Snow, which is a play off of Pimp C and Bun B's Tony Snow, right? Tony Snow. So Tina Snow is like her chill persona, and then Hot Girl Meg is sort of like her fiery persona. So I expected when she said that Tina Snow, because I thought Tina Snow went pretty hard. Like I was like, ooh, like this is pretty tough. Tina Snow was pretty tough. It was a pretty well constructed album, and it was nice. Like I'm not gonna sit here, like it was nice. I really enjoyed it, and so like it had a lot of like great beats. She has great energy. She seems to be having a lot of fun, which is also great when like that's one thing in the South, that Southern artists, like they don't take themselves too seriously, and they always make sure to have fun. Like we're having fun, like this is turn up music. But then also like people always try to equivalent, like make that out to be like, oh, they don't take the genre or rap or hip hop seriously. But no, like they have bars too, so it's okay. But like when I heard Tina Snow, I was really anticipating this because I was like, if that's her cold, like I want to see her fired up. And so when I got here to this album, I liked the songs. Like I liked Hood Ratchet. Like I liked Reeler was okay intro. It was a little starter. I like Pimpin'. I like Shake That. I like Simon Says with Juicy J. And Juicy J, I think he had the most iconic verse. Him and the baby, like I think Megan had her verses or whatever, but like Juicy J, like if she burp a baby out her mouth, I'm the pappy. Like I was just like, wow.
This bitch crazy AF.
like, we're going there with this, okay. And then the baby came in with his verse talking about all types of sexual stuff he wanted to do to make the Stallion, and I was just like, okay, like we're going there. And then yeah, Meg was just kind of like it was like those were good features. I think to have Juicy J on there as a callback to like a different era, but also have the baby up there to like call to a present era as well. Him have Meg and him on the record, like, because they're kind of the two. They're very like raw Southern artists that are very sexually explicit, but also like they really rap. Like they can really rap. Like anybody kind of doubting their talent is just kind of like, I don't know what you're hearing, but like they can really rap. They can really rap. So to have those two things going on, that was perfect. And I was hoping that, I was telling my friend, I was like, she needs to have the baby on the record, because her and the baby, like they're two big Southern artists right now, sort of taking over. Like they're taking over. They pretty much take up all the sound down here. Like I mean, the radio space. So it's like, if she doesn't have him on a record, like she's crazy, and she's not crazy. She's very smart. She has the baby on the record. So what did I was saying? I was saying that I liked. Really was it was an okay starter. Simon Says, Hood Ratchet, Shake That. I love the two singing records. Like the fact, 'cause, like she can't really like she can't sing, but she uses auto tune. But like I feel like her producer or whoever he is knows exactly like the right amount of auto tune to add to her voice, where it doesn't sound like overproduced, but like you clearly tell it's auto-tuned, but like it doesn't interfere in like, dang, like this all in my ear, like dang, get it, like you know what I'm saying. Like some people like really overproduce their voices to a point where it's like it's kind of getting in the way of the music, no matter how nice a song is. And the songs, I don't know who wrote those songs, if she wrote those songs, but those songs are pretty nice. Those songs are really good, like just chill singles. And they really break, like they add a break in like the very like raw, heavy, like just bass and like, Southern rap, style beats. They really add like a little nice like R&B sort of tone. And most Southern artists do this. Like I was like, Ludacris does this all the time. Like he adds like little like singing, like now he doesn't sing himself, but he always like seemed to have like, I need to have like a break in the middle of my album where I, there's like some more sultry sounds so that it breaks up these like boom, 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 like hard hitting records. And also UGK as well. UGK, Pimp C, Bun B, they would have like nice like sultry songs, and like I think Pimp C would mostly be singing or whatever, but like they would have nice sultry songs that were like to go to like like not undercut it, but like balance out like the boom 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 of like all the other records. And like she's clearly taking like a note from like people who have come before her and how they have structured their albums. I liked Running Up Freestyle. Pimpin' is my favorite song on this album. She says, damn, I want some head, but I hit the door instead. I would never ever let a nigga fuck me out my bread. Like, like, and then after that, I was like,
this bitch crazy AF.
like the beat is knocking, like her flow is on, like her flow on Pimpin' and like Running Up Freestyle, like her flow is perfect. Her flow, like her flow was better on those two songs than any of the rest of the album. And I really enjoy like artists that who ride beats. Ride a beat, please. Ride the beat.
What is it?
Nowadays they like the offbeat people, like they like people offbeat or whatever, and they like the offbeat rap. But personally, I like somebody who rides a beat, and like she really rides the beat well on Pimpin' and Running Up Freestyle. The issues that I have with this album is, okay, so the two issues that I have with this album are the songs Dance and Ratchet. I don't know why they're up here personally. Like they are fluff records, they are extras that I don't need, honestly, and it's clear that she like so she we already have Simon Says and Shake That, which are dance records. I don't know why we need a record called Dance. We don't need a record called Dance. It's not. It's like it's the weakest record out of the three. And you don't need another dance record. Like these are all kind of dance turn up records. Like these are all booty shaking music records. I don't understand why you need a record called Dance on it. Ratchet, I already have Hood Ratchet. Like I don't, and all the songs are kind of ratchet. Like I don't need a song that is so on the nose called Ratchet. Like both of these songs are so on the nose. Like Dance, Ratchet. Like, but we're already dancing, and this is ratchet music supposedly. So I don't know why we need these two forced records, Dance and Ratchet. I also didn't like the structure of this album. Like it just didn't, when I first listened to it, I was like, she has some nice songs up here, but there's just something about it that's just not, it's just not clicking for me. And I was like, it was kind of just, it was okay album to me. But what I usually do, because what I feel like a lot of artists don't know how to do is structure an album, because I feel like your album structure and the way your songs move in sequence is very important to how your listeners hear your body of work. And I don't think that a lot of artists put a lot of thought into it. And I don't feel like a lot of thought was put into the song structure on this album. It just sort of seemed all over the place. But when I for a couple of days, I was like restructuring it, listening to each song and really getting it to a place where I feel like it flowed well for me, and like it instantly rose in my ranking. But yeah, I knew it was a song structure. Like the song structure, I was just like, this isn't really like fiery to me. And honestly, I still don't, even after restructuring the album to where I like it and getting a good like song after song after song is flowing well to me and knocking. Like even then, I still don't think that is harder than Tina Snow. I still don't think that is better structured than Tina Snow. And I just expected this to be, since Tina Snow was supposed to be the chill version, I really expected like this Hot Girl Meg Fever album, the other side of Megan Thee Stallion, to be like not 10 times, but at least twice what I heard on Tina Snow. And I felt like, yeah, like Tina Snow really outdid this album. But also I felt like I feel like there was a missed opportunity with like some of the songs. Like some of the songs, she was just repeating stuff. Like she wasn't really spitting, and she would just sort of say a verse. She would just sort of spit a verse, repeat it. And that's also what she did on the Baby's verse. I actually, when I saw the Baby up there, I was like, oh, it would be really nice if they went back and forth verse for verse. And I feel like the Baby outdid her on her song. Like I feel like he outdid her on her song, and I feel like her verses on that song were a little lazy. Like I don't know, I really feel like that was a missed opportunity, and it really felt like a disconnect. Like I still like the song, and I really like the Baby's verse. I feel like the Baby's verse is good, but I feel like, I don't know, like the beat wasn't knocking enough. And like her verses, like the first part of her verse is like she's just repeating stuff. Like she's just repeating, and then the Baby comes in and he raps all the way through about all this sexual stuff he wants to do to Meg Thee Stallion. And then we get another verse from her, but it's kind of lazy. Like I was just like, I don't know, like y'all weren't even were y'all in the studio? It didn't seem like they were in the studio together, versus like the Simon Says with Juicy J, like they were in the studio together. and like it really like her energy seems up on Simon Says. Um, so I don't. So I feel like if like they weren't gonna do it right, like they should have just saved it for later, and when they could get together or something, and they have more time, because clearly her being in the studio with another artist might help her more, because she was in the studio. Just say I think Simon Says is a really good song, really good single. But yeah, like I was really disappointed with the babies with that, and then the it was called Cash Shit or something like that. But like the baby wasn't even talking about cash, and I didn't. And why was it called Cash? Like it was too. It was trying too hard to. She was trying too hard to make it a single, and it was just like, no, I just need a knock and beat, and y'all to go back and forth rapping. You know, you should have been talking about what you wanted to do to him, and or how you didn't want him, or something like that. It was just talk your shit. Like just talk. Both of y'all just talk your shit on the record. I don't. And the baby talked his shit on the record, but I don't feel like she really put a whole lot of energy into that record. So I was just disappointed, because I was really, when I saw the baby, I got really excited about that. But I give this album out of 5. I give it a 2.5. I give it I give it a 2.5 with the structure of the songs that it has currently, like the way she structured the songs. With the way I structure the songs, with getting rid of Dance, getting rid of Ratchet, and the way and I'm gonna put how I structured the song in. I'm just gonna list it. I'm gonna probably put it below or something like that. But with the way I structured the song, the album goes to me up to a 4. It goes up to a 4. Yeah, it goes up to a 4. I really liked the way I'm structuring the songs. The least up to a 3.5 after I structured the songs. But I just expected, based off of her own music, like Tina Snow really went hard to me. So I expected more out of Fever. And I feel like the songs on Tina Snow edge out Fever a little bit, and I think the song structure also most definitely edges out on Tina Snow. Most definitely edges out Fever, because they're just better placed. But yeah, that is my ranking. So yeah, I like her. I thought that the next one. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna hope for the next one. I'm just gonna say I found her interesting as an artist. I like the fact that she's trying to bring like the raunchy dirt, because we've been stuck for so long with like this Atlanta trap music like era, and it's this trap mumble. I don't know what it is, but I mean, some of it's good and some of it's bad. But like, I think the area for like the old era that we grew up in is not the old era that we grew up in, but like the fact that she's trying to bring the raunchiness back and like the dirty South like crunk like style back. I think that's great. I think we need some of that, and I think the lane is wide open. The lane is wide. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it anymore. So I think the lane is wide open, and I look forward to seeing more. But I don't think this is a bad album. I think this is a decent album. I just don't think it's as good as her last album, and I always expect more from the next album than I do the previous. But that will be it for this video. Like, subscribe, comment, give me your thoughts. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Tell me if you think I'm right. But this will be it for this video, and I will see you next time for the next one.